This is Nick.
I'm Nick.
He's been a good friend of mine for years, and he's always down to help with any of my builds, from routine maintenance to restoring rust buckets. He's always willing to help without much complaint.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So when he and his dad, Russ, told me that they had purchased an MR2 for a track car, I was ecstatic to help build it. So here's the plan. Source some top tier parts, blow up the engine. Oh, what is that?
Oh no!
Wait, blow up the engine? That's not part of the plan. Oh well, replace that blown up engine with a newer engine, install that new engine, boost it, tune it, track it, let's go. At this time in the build, we have assembled most parts, but we have to address the elephant in the room. The car doesn't run. Oh, what is that?
Oh no!
The engine blew up and the little 1ZZ has to be removed. So without further ado, I present to you our bold choice for this platform. Feast your eyes on what might be the best engine of all time. It's a brand new, to us, 1ZZ. Yeah, I know, I'm sure you're scratching your head saying, Caleb, Nick, what are you serious? Why did you buy another underpowered Corolla engine? Well, to this I'd answer, we didn't. We got two. That's right, like a squirrel gathering nuts for the winter, we currently have 3 engines in the garage, and I'll explain why. The 98 to 02 1ZZ pistons have too few and too small oil return holes and insufficient oil control rings. They get gunked up with carbon buildup and eventually the oil will make it past the rings and into the cylinder. Also, these engines came with pre-catalytic converters built into the exhaust manifold. These small cats were designed to heat up quickly and serve to reduce emissions on cold startups before the main cat gets up to temp. Sounds good, but unfortunately with age, the ceramic internals of the cats can break apart and actually get sucked back into the engine through the exhaust ports during the intake stroke. Needless to say, ceramic in your cylinders is really bad and have been known to cause scoring on the sides of the piston walls. Our Spider already had aftermarket exhaust headers, but it's our guess that it was installed after the damage had already been done. The only way to find out is if we tear apart the old engine. So subscribe if you want to see me disassemble an engine for the first time.
We just removed the rear bumper cover, all of the heat shields, and the cat and muffler, and then the headers as well. Removed the airbox, battery, and now it's time to just start removing tubes, vacuum lines, wiring connectors, and should be pretty clear.
Awesome. Yeah, we got a lot of room here. This is way more room than I thought we'd have already, so it's pretty quick work.
Yep. It's time to drain the coolant. And right underneath the exhaust manifold to the left is a little thing. I don't know what we call it.
I don't know, a little spigot, a little
spigot. And it's you just
move your hand?
Yeah, just loosen it. And it even has a little spout.
Doesn't it get all over the place?
Oh yeah.
How convenient is that, huh?
Look at that.
That's amazing. Oh, get a little dribble.
Yep, make it look like he was doing something.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Wow. Wow, yeah. You want me to spritz you, make it look like you're sweating?
Yeah, get the water.
Yeah.
So I think this was a clip, but it's like broken.
What's the verdict?
We'll throw the engine out, of course.
When he's done, I'll get it up.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just loosening up for your dad.
This is just for the video.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to
Embellish.
get him in there, yep. Make it look like he's doing all the work. Black Pearl Media.
You guys suck.
Is this sponsored content? Fortune Auto?
Hey, I like Fortunato.
Yeah, well,
check them out for coilovers.
Yeah, tell them to send us some coilovers and I'll install them for you.
All right, sounds good. Got it. I actually got it.
Is it destroyed?
No.
Good work.
She's gone.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's broken, isn't it?
I don't think it's broken. No, I think you just have to press this really, really good. So,
But
Good
yeah,
work.
no, it's good. I actually did
Dale
something.
did it.
Woo!
All right, so I'm underneath the engine, and I was told that you want to avoid disconnecting your clutch line, which goes to the clutch slave cylinder, because it could be very difficult to bleed. So what we have, there we go. So let's see, engine's over there, transmission's here, and this is your slave cylinder. It sits this line, so it's a soft line that gets converted to a hard line. There we go. So it sits just like this. It sits on the back of the transmission, and there are, you can see where I've removed two 12mm bolts. Just remove those, and the whole slave cylinder is free. And it's not actually attached with a pin or anything. This you know, piston just goes right into the transmission here, and so it just comes right out. But then of course this rubber hose goes through a bracket here, and it will not pass through unless you unbolt it. So I cut it. I used a little oscillating saw, but you could probably just use a Dremel or something small to get in here, and just cut this so that you know, normally your line is in here, so now it can completely be free. So now we do not need to disconnect the clutch slave cylinder in order to remove the engine. I'm just going to zip tie this up here, get it out of the way.
So you're removing the control arm because we gotta unbolt this whole rear subframe to drop everything, but there's a few things we have to disconnect, right? So it's the we gotta take the brake caliper off. We gotta take
this. I think it's a trailing arm. Both control arms that were here are connected to the subframe, so they're going to come with the subframe.
Yep.
So we're just disconnecting this from the chassis side, and then we're going to remove the three nuts on the top of the strut.
Gotcha.
So then the strut tower up there,
and then it should all just kind of go down.
If you are running the sway bar, you'll want to disconnect the sway bar as well.
Right. And then the whole thing should just drop it as a solid unit.
Right.
Some would call it the prodigal son. All right, I'm done.
I'm breaking it.
Don't go breaking my heart.
You doing it with the wobble? Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
Ah, my toe. Why are you using the extension?
Why? You think I can get right there? Why not?
That should do it. Wow. Yeah, it's going. It's going. I see it.
There she goes.
Bam. There you go.
No, it's a matter of principle, but just use the thingy.
All right. I will, because I'm not proud like you. No? Why not?
Okay, yeah, you know what? I
Hold
think
up.
you're right. I think you're right.
I think the extension was going to be a little too long. Look at that.
Well, that's why you need the wobble.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby.
It's asleep.
It's got a...
I
Well,
thought,
oh, it needs
I thought it was
something-
welded on that side.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's...
Give me a wrench, boy.
What size? That thing...
I think it's just going to be a little bit... I think it just needs a little bit to hold it.
Busting knuckles.
I'm not sure about that.
He's got it. It's cable.
Yeah, that's all it took. Right?
Good work. But there's a lot of weight on it, so good luck.
You don't think it'll just come out, huh?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Watch your toe.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. You got it.
This is how I literally got
Oh, I know.
the strip bolt out the other day.
Yeah. It's going to start.
Goes back in. No, you're against. Look, Caleb.
Oh,
You're against the screw.
That'll do it.
there we go. The other adjustable. This is just a little too short now. Oh, thank you. Just need that little extra reach. Pew. Give me the cue, boy. That's me being Starscream? I don't know. Whatever his name is. Who's a bad guy in Transformers? Not Optimus Prime, but his...
Oh, the Camaro?
No, that's Bumblebee. Probably every Camaro owner that has one yellow. This is my car, Bumblebee. You're like,
Oh, that's
oh.
what they called the drift one, or the burnout one, Killabee.
Killabee?
Oh.
There, you're getting it.
Woo!
Sheesh.
So there is one complexity to this.
Okay.
The complexity is that the Corolla engines don't have these bolt holes here and here. So we actually have to drill them.
I forgot about
Oh,
that.
sure.
And
about that.
tap them, right? Drill and tap them. Which is, you know, no big deal. Is there a way to like take the engine off, get the new one on, and then just
Oh,
like
yeah,
tap them right
maybe.
here lined up? Well,
Maybe.
no, because I don't know if we can tap that
Why not? Oh,
because it's kind of in the
Well,
way.
yeah,
we
but if
almost
we
need
can-
to mark them,
yeah, if you can mark
which means
it,
we do
can
need to
just
pull this off.
Right. You can try and avoid, try and cut a small corner, and in the end, it's just easier just to go the whole way and do it right the first time. Because then you do it wrong and you try and cut the corner, you spend 2 hours on that, and then you're like, all right, I guess we got to go back and start all over again. How many times does that happen?
Every project.
Every time. Other people can relate though. That's not just
That's
us.
a big thing.
That's maturing. That's maturing in the car world.
Straight.
Maturing.
Hours in.
It's 18 hours of people.
hours of friendship.
6 hours to get
Actually,
this
times 2, because
beast up.
Caleb didn't do very much.
Oh,
He was mostly friendly.
I gotta join the
savage.
crowd.
Caleb hating crowd?
No.
No, something about.
He did a great job. Whenever we needed.
peer pressure.
Yeah, so
Extra
he
hands.
always had the fresh eyes.
That's right.
Yes, it's important. Why, were you just filming more, Caleb?
Yeah, I was just
You know
filming
what?
more.
He was
Crowd
working.
is-
He was working.
He was, but he was mostly filming.
I was mostly filming.